Hey guys, Leslie here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would jump back in with a wash day routine now my hair is short. So I did cut it a few months ago and I cut it again a few weeks ago. It's definitely the best decision I ever made. I have no regrets. I'm really enjoying it shorter, especially because I've got so many issues with my scalp, hair loss, all that jazz, and it's just literally just made my life so much easier. So yeah, I thought I would jump into a routine and what that looks like for anyone that has a similar texture and is struggling to find things that work. This is going to be a really condensed routine. It's the most simple my hair routine has ever been. Because it's short, but also because I'm just not trying to do the most to my hair. I do have a scalp condition. I get dandruff. I think it's called seborrheic dermatitis. I've never really had to say that out loud much, so no one's really corrected me on how that's meant to be said. But essentially I get a flaky scalp, and that sounds really simple. It's actually really extreme. It's plagued my life. It's really made me struggle with my hair and my confidence, everything. It's part of why I even cut my hair in the first place, of just finding it so difficult to style. It shapes a lot of how I do my hair, but I didn't want to make this about that condition. And then a little disclaimer about any products that I mention. A few things have been gifted and I'll put the exact details of what within the description box, links, etc. Before I jump into the actual specifics of washing and conditioning, one thing I want to mention is getting a shower filter, and obviously not everyone needs this, but if you live in a hard water area, it's definitely something to consider. Hard water is basically when you get all mineral deposits in your water and it coats your hair, it makes it really dry, brittle, it can actually break and you can have hair loss issues from it as well. So it was something that once I changed the shower filter, it was like night and day. So the first one I got was by Philips, and that worked well. It was £20 off Amazon, I think, and that worked well for a while. Then I got gifted one by Hello Clean. It's very similar to the Philips one, it just had better build. It's a bit more luxe in terms of the build, but I liked the Philips one because it had a movable head on it and it was just a bit easier to use because I could only attach both of those to my handheld and not the overhead. And I bought another one recently just because I have a gold shower and I was getting sick of using big silver attachment on a gold shower. And I've been looking for one that has it built in, but I can't find it because I want to use my overhead shower, which now just literally gathers dust, but I'm scared to put the water on my hair and skin. That's how much it's changed. I don't even want to put it on my skin anymore. It has really helped my wash day routine. My hair feels so soft now just by changing the filter. So jumping into shampoo, you can actually get shampoos for hard water as well, so if that is an option. They're usually called chelating, clarifying, or they might say that they're for hard water, so yeah, that's an option. But the shampoo I use is specifically for dandruff, so I use the Vichy Durkos anti-dandruff shampoo. I use the green one, which is for dry hair because my hair is naturally dry, and it just works really well. I was having to shampoo my hair a lot at one point because of the scalp issues that I was having. I've tried a lot of anti-dandruff shampoos at this point, and yeah, this one is really working for me at the moment. I will do a specific video on all the anti-dandruff things that I've tried because I've gone through so many things now that yeah, I think that could be good for anyone else that has had similar issues. But yeah, I'll save that for a separate video. So I still have scalp issues, unfortunately, but you know, it's not as bad as it was. At least it's semi-stable in comparison, so it's something, there's some progress. And what I do with my shampoo is I literally massage it into my scalp when my hair's wet and I leave it for a good 2 minutes to get to work. And I think that's key with shampoos in general. It doesn't have to be 2 minutes, but definitely give time for your shampoo to work. Give it time to actually remove that build-up, really work it into the scalp. I saw so much less scalp issues when I started shampooing more, or at least shampooing correctly so that my scalp was actually clean. So conditioner, that used to be my favourite part of my routine, but I very rarely think about conditioner anymore. It's very much an afterthought. I don't deep condition ever, but that is because my hair is so short and it's likely I'm going to cut it again in a few weeks. It just doesn't need the same care that it needed. Maybe if I was using heat more or colour, I would feel more of a need to condition, but at the moment my hair's so new that it just doesn't need it as much. So I do condition, but maybe for like a couple of minutes. And the conditioner that I like is the Clarity Conditioner by Innocence. It's very like soft as a conditioner, like it's hypoallergenic, there's no fragrance, it's very light, it's not too rich. It's just great for the length that I'm at and just my hair in general. My hair is quite fine, so I don't like super heavy products generally. When my hair was longer, I liked really thick, rich, buttery conditioners that used to save my hair. It used to breathe so much life into my hair. I would shampoo it and then my hair would just transform when I did my conditioning. And yeah, I don't do that anymore. I guess it's just because I just don't need it. So a lightweight conditioner is enough for me, and I'll leave it on for like 2 to 3 minutes. I don't even feel like I need to leave it in my hair for too long. Often I'll rinse it off, but sometimes I'll leave like a tiny bit in just to act as a leave-in conditioner. I say this a lot. If you want to add a little bit more slip, make it so that your hair is a little bit easier to detangle. Just leave a tiny bit of conditioner in after rinsing. As long as it's not on your scalp, it's usually not going to cause an issue because you've watered it down. So the styling segment of wash day is probably the most simple my hair routine's ever going to be. So my hair needs a lot of product. It always took a lot of product before. My hair's naturally fluffy and I like a more defined look. I think I didn't mind the fluffiness as much when my hair was longer because it gave me a lot of volume. Now it's shorter, I don't really want the volume. I want it to look defined. So that means for me, gel products are pretty much a must. The product I like the most at the moment is by Trepadora. So it's the bamboo, I never know if it's ginseng or ginseng, the curling glaze basically. In the yellow bottle is my favorite at the moment, and it's a strong hold gel texture, so it's like quite fluid and viscous, is that the right word? But it's a gel and it gives you a really like set look. I'll apply quite a bit because I want my curls to be defined, and I'll either brush it through and I'll use like a tangle teaser or something to just really define my curls. Tangle teaser I'm just finding is the thing that I like the most at the moment. The brush is quite big. It's a brush I used when I had longer hair. I actually need to buy new brushes because all my brushes are kind of too big and they have really long teeth, but I feel like with the tangle teaser it's a bit shorter, and I like that because it's not scratching on my scalp. A lot of my other brushes really scratch and it's just a bit too harsh. That's how I define my curls, or I will literally put my fingers in my hair and I'm like rubbing in circular motions to try and make it curl. It's really weird to explain, but yeah, it's just like this motion to try and get my curls to come out. And then when it comes to drying my hair, I'm still using my Dyson, and I honestly thought I'm gonna have short hair, it's summer, I'm never gonna need to dry my hair again, I'm gonna air dry. Oh my god, my hair is wet constantly still. Even with how short it is, it will be wet for the entire day, and it's just not good for my scalp at all, so I have to still dry my hair. But at least I'm still using my hairdryer, I guess. So it's really quick, it's the Dyson Supersonic. I use the gentle drying attachment, and it's just like this really tiny little attachment, and it looks like nothing, but it does seem to make a difference. It's very gentle on my scalp. I use my Supersonic on the lowest heat setting, the lowest fan setting, and that usually dries my hair pretty quickly. So yeah, that's what I do for that. And I'll either dry it, I'd say to like 80% dry, or I dry it all the way, and then I don't have to worry about my scalp getting itchy from being wet the entire day. And then the last step of my routine is to use something to break the gel cast, because as much as I love the styling gel that I use, it does create this kind of crispy, hard feeling. I mean, it still feels a bit crispy now, but yeah, I just add a little bit of oil or a scalp serum or something just to kind of break it up a little bit. Sometimes I might just pat it onto the ends, or I'll just rub a little bit in if it's one that I can use on my scalp. And yeah, that's my routine. And during the week, if I feel like I don't want to wash but I want to refresh, I might just spritz it with water, add a little bit more product if I need it, or I might even just go in with a mousse, and that just kind of resets it all and gives me the curls back if they've flattened a little bit whilst I'm sleeping. Yeah, and that's my wash day. It feels so simple. I mean, it felt like it took me a while to explain it all, but it feels like it goes really fast because I don't spend long at all doing my hair now, which is great because it's like this vicious cycle: stress because of the hair loss, and then losing hair because I'm stressed. And yeah, I'm really glad that that literal weight is off my shoulders. Yeah, so that was my routine. I hope I went in depth enough. I tried to throw in little tips every now and again so it's actually helpful to people, but obviously a lot is centered around caring for my scalp and scalp health. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in a new video soon. Bye.